gCADPlus has the ability to attach a plant data file to any drawing. Here's a drawing from the US, and you can see it contains quite a large number of species, from abelias to miscanthus and so on. What we want to do is to attach the plant list to this drawing and then use that list and associate names in the list with symbols, and that will enable us to automate the production of a plant schedule. So to begin with, we need to make our own list. gCADPlus comes with a number of lists. So we'll go to gCADPlus, Plant Schedules and List, attach a GCP file. You can pick any of them. For the moment, I'll pick one from Florida because it's a relatively short list. But then I'll go New, and I'll enter the botanical name of the first entry, or any species at all. I just want to create the first list. It'll get shuffled later as we work. Let's enter a species name, a botanical name, for one record, just to get the ball rolling. The crepe myrtle, Lagostromia indica, and the common name, crepe myrtle. Now for type, you can use the type column in any way you want. We might call this a large shrub. In my particular environment, I could, if I wanted to cost this design, I could indicate the size of pot that I'm specifying from a particular nursery, and I could even include the cost, but I won't do that. I'll save it and I'll give the file a name. So I'm going to call this file RM, this plant data file, we'll call it RM, and its extension is GCP, and we'll go OK. The moment we do that, if you look down in the bottom of the status line here, the plant data file is attached to this drawing and can be used to associate that name with a particular species. And we'll do that after I've added enough botanical and common names for this design to make it worthwhile. Of course, you save your plant data file and reuse it on various jobs. You can even have plant data files for different styles of jobs. A wetland reclamation might have a different plant data file to some other sort of revegetation or stylistic modern design. Different plant data files can be used, or you can just have one massive plant data file containing those species that you know and work with. So that's how you create a new plant data file ready to work with gCADPlus. So to add to the plant data file, it's just a matter of gCADPlus, Plant Schedules and Lists. We're going to edit the file that's already attached, and I can see an abelia is used, so Abelia grandiflora, and this is a variety called Rose Creek, and in my world it's known as a glossy abelia, but if you use a different common name, then enter it in that column. So we now have the botanical name and the common name of two species. In my environment, that's pretty much a small shrub. You can see I am paying some attention to the way I refer to botanical names, using uppercase for the generic name and lowercase for the species name. The common name, I'm using capitals for each word there, but I'm using uppercase for the type. These are just my habits, but it's important to always keep consistency, don't muddle things up. You notice that the records 1 and 2, but if we say OK and then go gCADPlus and edit the plant list, see that the list is already sorted into alphabetical order. You could change it and make it reverse order if you wanted, or more commonly, you would sort the common name into alphabetical order of common name. So these buttons at the top are very handy, as is the type button, which can put all the large trees and small trees together in a group. So we'll add to this data file and build it up. As your data file grows, you'll want to make things a little wider. To widen the column, just click and drag just like you would in Excel. You can see here I have one species in here, a buxus, that has an extremely long botanical name there. So you can widen any of the columns just by dragging, like so. You'll also notice red underline through the names in the botanical name and common name group. It's really important, I believe, and we believe, to keep spelling errors out of your landscape design. gCADPlus helps you do that by, once we're satisfied that Abelia is spelled correctly, just right click and add word, and then click add, and we'll close. Now the underline, the red underline under Abelia has disappeared. We'll add grandiflora to our little dictionary and we close. You might have noticed a number of other instances of Abelia being eliminated. Now I've actually got a double entry there, so just like Excel, select the row and delete that record. So you work your way down through. It's a once only job. Just add word and add it, and the underline is gone. Now the information in this plant data file associated with this drawing is going to be used to create the plant schedule, as I'll illustrate in a moment. And you don't want spelling errors in your list. I'll cancel from here. Once the list has been created and edited for spelling errors, it's time to assign symbols to species. Let's do that. I'll go gCADPlus and set data to a plant. I'll pick this plant, which should be a miscanthus, and I'll widen a little, widen the first column just a little, and it's Miscanthus sinensis adagio, as you can see there, and right click to finish. Now it's time to draw the schedule. Draw the standard schedule. I'm asked for a height. I'll type 0.75, and now the first corner of the automatically generated plant schedule, and we'll click and click, and there's our schedule being generated with an accurate total number. So here's our Miscanthus dwarf maiden grass 1. So if we pick it and copied it, imagine we've now got a group of 3, unselect all, we can simply update that schedule, and the 1 that was in there now changes to a 3. So as you add symbols or delete symbols from your design, the plant schedule can be updated. So it's a combination of the plant schedule, tagging individual symbols, and generate it. You do have options with custom content, so you may not want the plant symbol there, the botanical name, common name. You have some options. You can ring the changes in those columns.